Hello, I'm Joey, and this is Book of Authors, and I'm going to do a tag video today, the character adaptation tag, which was created by, I believe their names are Ryan and Kristen over at Seeking Stories is the name of their channel, and I'll link that below. So this is a tag where it asks some questions about your favorite or least favorite character adaptations from book to movie. So the first question is, who are your two favorite book to movie character adaptations? And so for my one of my favorites is Johnny Nolan from A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, and it's played by James Dunn. He won the Academy Award for his portrayal of Johnny Nolan, and I think he was just made to play that part. The book came out in 1943, the movie in 1945. Just a wonderful portrayal of Johnny Nolan, the father on A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. Beautiful scenes with him and his daughter. One scene in particular where Johnny is playing a song at the piano, and he's got this kind of crackly tenor voice, and that you can just hear the brokenness in his voice, and as the whole family is kind of gathered in to just listen to him sing. And I love that scene. I can watch it over and over. But anyhow, I love James Dunn as Johnny Nolan in A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. Second favorite book to movie character adaptation, and I picked Penelope Ann Miller as Emily Webb in Our Town. Both of these are books that I mentioned on my top 10. I love the book, I love the movie. So I also love the characters that are in these. And so Penelope Ann Miller plays Emily Webb in Our Town, and her monologue in the third act is just incredibly powerful and moving, and I just love it. So that's my second one there. So the next question, who are your two least favorite book to movie character adaptations? And this one I struggled with. It's easy to think your favorites, but for me, I had trouble thinking of ones that I hated. And I wouldn't even say I hate these. I just tried to come up with two that were not my favorite. So one is Ben Barnes, who played Prince Caspian in the movie Prince Caspian. So book is from 1951, the movie 2008. I didn't hate the movie. I mean, I liked the movie. I didn't like it as well as the first Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I didn't love what they did with Prince Caspian's character, where they kind of, it seemed like in the movie they tried to create tension between Prince Caspian and Peter and the kids, and mainly the boys, I think. And it's been a while since I've watched the movie, but I just didn't love the way they did the character. But nothing against the actor. The actor was fine, but I just didn't like how they kind of changed the character from the book. So that's one on that one. Secondly, for my least favorite book to movie adaptation would be Jim Carrey as the Grinch in How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The book from 1957, the movie from 2000. I love the original Grinch cartoon, and I even like the new one that they came out with last year, I think. But I've just never been a fan of Jim Carrey as the Grinch in that movie. Again, that's just my personal opinion. And nothing against Jim Carrey. I love Jim Carrey in Christmas Carol, the adaptation that was done where he played Scrooge on the animated adaptation. I thought he did a great job there, but I didn't love the Grinch movie. So next question, which movie character most improved upon the book character? So on this one, I'm picking two movies that both involve, the characters are both played by Robert Redford, and I don't have the books here, but the first one is the book The Natural from 1952 that was turned into a movie in 1984. And if you've seen the movie, I grew up watching that movie, and I love The Natural, and it's very inspirational, and Robert Redford does a great job, and it's a movie I watched over and over when I was younger. I haven't seen it for a while, but one that I really enjoy watching. I went back as an adult and read the book, The Natural, and the book is very different from the movie. The book, The Natural, by Bernard Malamud, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, is a much darker book in the sense that in the movie The Natural, Redford plays Roy Hobbs, and Roy Hobbs is a natural when it comes to playing baseball, but his career gets sidetracked, and so He doesn't start his baseball career till he's much older, maybe like around 40. In the book, The Natural, the idea of the natural is not just that he's a natural at playing baseball, but he's kind of a man who he's a natural man. He does what comes natural. So he's not an incredibly likable character in the sense of, if he wants to go out and get drunk, he does it. If he, he pleases his natural senses, and that's what gets him into trouble and kind of gets him sidetracked. He just comes across as a different character. So I thought the Redford character was an improvement and made for a better movie. But anyhow, so that's my first choice there. My second choice is also Robert Redford as the narrator in A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. No, I'm sorry. That was my... Okay, I'm sorry. And A River Runs Through It. So A River Runs Through It, the book was 1976 by Norman Maclean. The movie was made in 1992 and actually directed by Robert Redford. And Craig Schieffer played the character of Norman Maclean. So it's an autobiographical fictional story that is based on Norman Maclean's life and him and his brother. So Craig Schieffer plays Norman Maclean in the movie, and then Robert Redford plays an older Norman Maclean who is looking back on his life and narrating. And he just... the book was good, but the movie is one of my favorite, maybe my favorite movie of the 90s. Redford's narration, I love, the music and everything. There's a part at the end of the movie where he says, "I'm haunted by waters," and that one line by Robert Redford, it just encapsulate this movie, and just one that I love. So I would say River Runs Through It was not a bad book. It was a good book, but not a great book in my mind. But it was good, and I enjoyed it. But the movie I just love, and I love Redford's narration in that movie and just everything he did with that movie. So anyhow, so those are my choices for this character adaptation tag. I'm going to tag a few other booktubers. One booktuber I just recently discovered, and I don't know if he is a movie watcher or not, because I don't, but I enjoy his videos. So I'm going to tag Intellectual Reads, and I don't remember what his name is, but I will link him below if you're interested in doing the tag. I'm also going to tag Alan at Big Hard Books and Classics, another booktube channel that I've recently discovered, and thanks to him I read and watched The Dead by James Joyce and enjoyed both the story and the movie. And then I'm also going to tag Faith at Faith&Books, another booktuber I enjoy, and hopefully if she's interested, you can do this tag as well, Faith. So anyhow, thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Hey, I wanted to tag one more booktuber, and that's SamuelDaram. I enjoy his videos, and I know that he loves both books and movies, so I'd be curious to see his take on the character adaptation tag. So I'm also tagging SamuelDaram on this one as well. Thank you. Have a good day.